I've always wanted to do book reviews on some of the books that I've read, or all the books that I've read actually. It's just that some of them are not in my possession right now and stuff like that. But reason why I haven't been able to do so is because, when we're so busy doing this life thing, we don't get to actually do or embark on the things that we actually want to do. And so, as a result of this global crisis, there's nowhere to go. And so, yeah, just gonna do that. So, these are some of the books that I've read here. Well, it's coalition country, blah, 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 blah. I'll just introduce them one by one. Like, Miss South Africa and stuff. Anyway, so the first book is Coalition Country. This is a book written by Leon Schreiber, and this guy, he was just talking about all the possibilities that could come from the elections last year, from 2019 elections. He was talking about three possibilities that could occur. He was talking about the possibility of an ANC EFF coalition and what its outcome would be. He was talking about the DA EFF coalition and what would happen as a result of that happening. And he was also talking about an ANC DA coalition and what would occur as a result of that happening. So yeah, then this is Oliver Tambo Remembered. Read this in 2018 and 19. This guy, this is just a compilation of stories about the man's life. It's written by Pallo Jordan, and it's just a compilation of stories about his life as a family man, as a politician, how, like, all the things that he had to deal with in exile and stuff like that during apartheid, all those all those things about his life. But this is a biography and it wasn't written by him, and so it's just a compilation from all the people that have come into contact with this guy, who know him personally and stuff like that. They're just talking about the experiences with this guy, Mr. Oliver Tambo. Then this is Trevor Noah, Mr. Daily Show's book, Bonne Crime. I guess the title Bonne Crime is because, he was born during the apartheid regime in South Africa, where it was illegal for a black and white person to get together. And his parents did that. So essentially, him being born is a crime, or was a crime at the time. Yeah. Some really funny stories from Trevor Noah. But yeah, this is what I'm currently reading right now, The $100 Startup. This is a compilation of so many stories around the world of people who started their businesses from for about $100 or less, just like my way. Then this is Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is definitely one of the funniest people I know. What? I don't know her personally. No. Like, one of the funniest people in Hollywood. I guess that's appropriate. Yeah. And this is just her book. This is her book. This is just a book about her life. This is an autobiography, from how she grew up and how she grew up. This is a really nice rags to riches story, albeit not well written, but very substantive. Then The Law of Success, the Green Book of the Law of Success. So this is a sequel of 4 books. There's the blue book, there's the red book, and there's the orange book. So I've only read this one so far. I'm looking for other ones, the red, the blue, and the orange. Yeah, I'm looking for other ones. I'll find them sometime, But this book is very, it's very substantive. It has a lot of substance, because it talks about these 4 of the, so essentially the laws of success. There are 16 laws of success according to Napoleon Hill, who's also the author of Think and Grow Rich. So there are 16 laws of success, and he just cut the pie in 4 pieces and authored four laws in each book. And this is one of them where, he was talking about the habit of doing more than you're paid for, pleasing personality, accurate thought, and concentration. And, as I review this book, that's what I get to talk more and more about. The King of Hustlers, DJ's Boo. So this is a book. I've read this book 3 times. It's The Art of Hustling, Sell or Surrender by DJ's Boo. This book is I love this book so much because this guy's South African, and so everything that he talks about, I am instantaneously able to relate, because, it's so hard to relate with the, international success stories and stuff like that, because there's always, at the back of your mind, there's always like, but he did it in the US, or he did it in Europe, or he made it in Europe, or he made it in the US, or whatever. But this guy, he's just like me. He's just like a lot of other people. He's just like a lot of other people. He's just like, you and me. He's from South Africa. He's a black dude, and he's made it, and he gives, some principles on how to win big as a black man. And that's really cool, man. This is a really cool book. I love this book. And this is Charlagmane the God. Charlagmane the God's black privilege. Opportunity comes to those who create it. Charlagmane the God is he's a radio show host, The Breakfast Club. He hosts The Breakfast Club. He co-hosts The Breakfast Club among, like in the US there. And, this is a book on the principles of, like, success, man. Like, this guy talks about, he talks about how you don't need, how you don't necessarily need a lot of tools to be successful. You just need to have an end goal in mind. He talks about how he just wanted to not do some of the things that his father had told him that would happen, which is where they come from. A lot of people just either what do they do? Or they grow old and sit under a tree, or they die, or they go to jail, right? Which is essentially what happens in the township. Like, people just get wasted there. Like, their lives get wasted because, as time goes, because of unequal opportunities and because of just circumstances, people end up dead, or they end up going to jail for some stuff, and or they also, the other one, they end up just broke and sitting under a tree. And that's a reality for a lot of young black men in the townships here as well. And so this is a really interesting read, very resonant with life in the township. I Can't Make This Up, Life Lessons by Kevin Hart. This guy is my favorite celebrity, man. I love this guy. Like, I am one of the top 1% fans. Top 100 maybe. No, just top 1%. Really love this guy. I think this is the funniest person in the world. And this is also his autobiography, where he talks about his life. He talks about his life, how he started as a comedian, how he grew up, and how his life has turned out now, how he met the people he met, and stuff like that. So, really cool read. So yeah, guys, I hope that I'll be posting some videos on each and every one of this book, reviewing them in more detail, and I hope that you get to enjoy this mini series as well. Thank you. Cheers.